So I was scrolling through the internet yesterday and I saw a new game on Steam. It's called SpellRogue, so I checked it out, and if you are a big fan of games like Slay the Spire, this game is really going to be right up your alley, so I recommend you guys check it out. I'm not going to keep you guys for too long just because the video is already long enough, so if you guys enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below if you have any other game ideas for me. And without further ado, enough ranting. It's time to go, baby. So I've played a lot of Lapis, decent chunk of Hazel, very little of Azar. You start out with Lapis, then you can unlock Hazel and then Azar, and their difficulty goes in that order. We'll go with Lapis. I really like him. They also have kind of varying levels of difficulty. If you go for the higher level ones, they're a little bit more difficult. We'll stick with A for now. We're not going to talk about the mutations today. I don't want to do that. I'm not worried about mutations, and that's something we check later. So we'll move to our first spot. We can grab an artifact, which will let us do a few different things here. The one I really like is Seashell Wand. On my first turn, I autocast a random spell from my library of spells. So we're going to move over to our first opponent. Now, much like Slay the Spire, you don't really know what you're going to get until you land there. We get a Dread Tree in here. So our first spell that we cast was Aqua Fortis, which gives us block. We don't really need block right now. So what we're going to do is, you have dice here that we roll every time. This lets you know how many dice you're going to get each turn. And this lets you know how much it costs. Anything where you see here that denotes an X means that the amount that you put in here is the amount that's going to come out there. So we're going to drop in a die. Lets us do 6 damage. This time we'll do 5 damage. And this time we will do 4 damage. We'll end our turn. He gets growth. What that does is every turn they're going to gain 2 power, which makes it so that their attacks deal an extra 2 damage. Okay, so we are going to get some block because I don't want to die. And then we have Fluctuate here. I drop this in here and I'll reroll the die. You can see here on each of these, this is how many charges that spell has each turn. Once you use it up, you can't use it again, and they automatically refill at the end of the turn. So we can actually beat this guy right here. And there we go. So this is a game that's not being heavily covered yet, so I'm hoping that it does get a little bit more attention, because it is pretty good. Okay. So right here we get to choose a spell. Right now, I think what I would like to go with is... this is pretty good right here because it'll let me hold a die until next turn, and while I hold that die, it'll actually deal damage for me, which is pretty good. So our next attacker, Shambler, I've never done this before. Deal 10 damage this turn to stop this. Oh, okay. Well, that shouldn't be too hard. Boom. Boom. Okay. We get a 4. Block. And there we go. So something I didn't show you guys there that I should show you definitely. So we're gonna hit them, and then reroll. Not great. Reroll 6. Okay. So as you'll see here, when I hit end turn, it lets me know what the outcome will be once I hit this end turn. Right now, my Tether Azure is gonna immediately kill this Shambler. So boom. There we go. I really like that because a lot of the things about Slay the Spire that are great are, great. But then there are also things like just the fact that you have to do the math out yourself. It's just one of those things where it's like, it's kind of an unnecessary step. Like, why? You know what I mean? So I'm going to go with Water Vortex because it let me get Barrier, which makes it so that at the end of each turn, I gain 1 block. Or I can gain 1 power, which makes it so that my attacks do 1 extra damage per turn. We'll go into our next battle here. So this is definitely easier than Slay the Spire, which I kind of like. It's more approachable for the everyday person. Oh, we got Ice Spear first. Oh, this makes it so every time they get hit by every time a spell is used, they gain 1 power. That's scary. You're also going to gain power, buddy. We'll do that. Really should get some shielding. Well, of course. You don't always want to roll high. Sometimes you want to roll low. This really didn't help me any. Cool. Big hit. Okay. So we got our die back. That's pretty good, but we can just finish it out here. And there we go. And energizing potion. I don't generally use those because they're really not good in my opinion, but this one is really good. Every time you use it, it increases its damage by 1. If I can get the build, I'm going to absolutely show this build to you guys because it is awesome. We'll get our first shard. Shards make it so that you can either upgrade your cards or you can unlock an additional slot for cards. So for this particular one, what I would like to do is make it so that our Icicle Blade is cheaper and we can use it more. We'll move on to the next battle. So the reason why I took out the Icicle Spear was because the Icicle Blade overall starts out a tiny bit weaker, but it gets better. What you see here for this number, what that means is I have to drop in 2 die, at least 2 total, which what that means is I could put a 1 die and then another 1 die in there. So what I'm going to do right now is drop in a 3, hit him. I'm going to get some block. Oh, no, I'm not. Reroll. You'd think that that would be good, but it's really not. That's not much better. That'll give us 1 extra block, I guess. I can't reroll that. Well, we're going to take a little bit of damage this turn. That's fine. Ouch. They're using Ignite. Ignite just makes it so that every time I use this spell right here, I'll take 2 damage this turn. Let's see. What do I want to do? I'll drop that in there. Do another Icicle. Another Icicle. And we'll do... I'm going to fluctuate and see if I can't get a 4. There we go. And then a little shielding so we take a little less damage. Okay, there we go. Roll all of our dice, and we'll just end it right here. So, as I get further on, hopefully you'll be able to see the build that I'm trying to go into. This one is the one where you put 2 dice in there, and if they equal to 8, you'll gain 2 power. But overall, you'll just get 6 block. I'm not a huge fan of that. I like Glaciate. It's really good. We'll replace it for that because they're the same exact thing, except for this one has more dice that you can put in it, and you get delayed block, which just means that next turn, you'll repeat the amount of block that you got before. We'll heal up by 10. I don't find it necessary to heal up the full yet. And we'll move on. Okay. Little Burning Treant. Okay, okay. So, as you just saw there, this used this item right here, and let me use my Icicle Blade right off the start. So I'm just going to go for the kill right here on this thing. Just take it out, get rid of it, so I don't have to worry about it. There's no need for me to block it now because we don't need to block. So what I'm going to do instead, pop this 5 in there and hit them for 5 damage. Okay. Ooh, I actually might be able to just finish it this round, I think. Maybe not. We're going to drop that in there. As you'll see there, we're going to get 4. We have 4 block, and we'll get 4 more block. We'll throw that in there. Yeah, let's just do it. Whatever. We'll take a couple points of damage, not a big deal. Not a big deal. So I do obviously want to not take damage when I throw out my next spell here. Boom. And then... boom. Okay. So we can either get one that gives us Surge, which just makes it so that every time we get a block on the turn that we activate this, we apply 1 weak. We can reroll all dice, or we can deal damage, reroll the lowest die that we have. I'm gonna reroll. I don't really like any of these options. We'll do this. So mute just means that I can't play this spell again for 3 turns. That's all it means. So I gain 3 power. It falls off. I have to reactivate it again. I'm actually going to swap it for that. And we'll go on to an elite battle. Cool, cool. This little mushroom guy, he likes to hit you with infected. Very similar to Ignite, except for instead of every time you use this spell it damaging you, instead, infected will hit one of your spells, and if you use that spell that turn, it's going to spread and spread and spread, and every time it spreads, at the end of when you end your turn, it's going to deal damage to you. So we'll go ahead and throw you in there, throw you in there, throw you in there, and there, and we're good. And boom. So as you can see here, these spells are all infected. And you'll see as I use them, it'll spread a little bit. Glaciate. And that spell just became infected. We'll drop that in there. Drop you in there and attack. Reroll you, and we'll attack you again. So, as you'll see here, when I end my turn, I'm going to lose all my shielding, and I'm going to take, what's that, 6 points of damage from their attack. But they're also going to take 8 damage from my Tether Hazard. And they're going to swing that infected again. Not a huge deal. Okay. I don't want to do that. Do this. Reroll. Throw an Icicle Blade on him. Boom. Reroll. Icicle Blade again. And bye-bye. Just like that. Just like that. This is just going to add Mark to them. It just makes them so they take 50% increased damage for a few turns. We get a new spell. So this is pretty good because it makes it so I gain Foresight. Foresight makes it so that my next turn I gain an extra die. I'll take it. Doesn't mean necessarily that I'm going to use it. Go figure. I'm not doing a poison build right now, and I get a really good poison item. So what do we want to slap this on? Oh, mute becomes what? Broken. Oh, so that I can use it more every turn. So broken makes it so that if I use the spell, I can I can use a die to repair the spell, so I can use it again if I want to. I'm not really interested in doing that. As you can see here, I can't upgrade this again. You can only put one upgrade on there per time that you do it. We're gonna throw this on here for our Glaciate. It'll make our shield a little bit stronger. Move it to Sanctuary. Heal ourselves up. Again, I don't feel it necessary to heal it to full. And let's move on to our first boss. This boss right here continually summons monsters behind it. Oh, we already got our Glaciate off. Sweet. Icicle Blade. We're gonna reroll this. And we got a 6. Awesome. Okay. So if you guys haven't noticed, it shows what they're going to do up here. She's going to gain 4 power and apply Soul Detonation to one of her random guys back here. And that'll make it so that the turn after she applies it, it detonates and deals some damage to me. These right here is going to make it so that it's going to put block on all of them. Which, honestly, really isn't that big of a deal. Throw that in there again. Throw you on. Boom. So obviously as the game goes on, things get more difficult. Yeah, yada yada yada. Okay, so I'm gonna definitely want to Glaciate this turn. I'm gonna also want to take this thing out so it doesn't explode on me. So she's just gonna end up respawning in the end, but I just don't want to get hit by that 12 damage hit, so. Okay. We can go ahead and use Dex of Power, which makes our attacks even stronger. Can I get a 5? Can I get a 5? Can I get a 5? Sure can't. That's fine. We'll take the 3. We'll throw the Tether Azure in there, throw that on there, and boom! Okay. Perfect. I'm gonna throw that right into our Glaciate here. Throw that into our Tether Azure. And we'll just fire off a couple Icicle Blades. And there we go. Boom! And then all of them die because the boss dies, the summons die. And when you finish, you get a 25 health heal. You get some extra coins. You get another shard. And you get another boss. You get an artifact, but it's a boss artifact. So this one makes it so that every turn I start out with 2 weak, but I get an extra die. I don't want that. Lose 1 health each turn, but you gain 1 die. Oh, sorry. Every time you defeat an enemy, you lose 1 health. Not really a big thing here. This one doesn't have any downsides. After I've cast spells 12 times, I get an extra die. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Check to see what we can throw this on. I'm thinking maybe I open up another spell slot. There's no downside to it other than you just use that spell, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to put my Channel Azure in there. We'll move on. There's 3 areas in total. We're in the desert area. The next area is a void area. Hopefully we get there. Take a look, see where we want to go. I don't really need to hit Sanctuary. I have a pretty strong build right now, so I'm just going to go this way. This is going to give us an artifact, and you'll see in a second what that does. Ooh, big goofy here. Mr. Warlock. Okay. Glaciate. Cool. And we got our Foresight, so next turn we'll roll an extra die. Throw that on there. And we'll throw that there. And start out jacking up our damage. Okay. Oh, they're gonna make it so my neck. I have 3 die that are gonna be vexed, which means all my dice will lose 1 whenever I use them. Okay, so I don't really need to worry too much about shielding right now. So I'm just gonna focus on dealing damage. I will give myself 1 though, and I am gonna. I kind of want to do this so I get the Foresight next turn, since I'm going to be vexed. You know what? No, we'll go all in. There we go. End our turn. So 3 of my dice are going to be vexed. So if I use them, all of them are going to drop down. So ideally, I want to use this one last, because obviously it can't go any lower. We are going to throw you in there. We're going to throw you in there. I'm going to throw you onto there. Hopefully get a higher count. And I do. Oh, I didn't know that. I could slot that in and take it back out. Ooh, that's good. That's good. Okay. End our turn. Bang. Hit him again. We'll block all of their damage. Oh, right, but it gives it back to me. Oh. I'll just keep putting it back in. Why not, right? Boom. Boom. And boom. Gold spell. Hailstorm just makes it so that every time I roll a die, I gain 1 Fury. Fury is just kind of like the same as Rage, except for it's just 1 turn instead of sticking around for the rest of the battle. Rage is another status effect that makes it so you deal extra damage for the rest of the battle. I don't want to do anything extra damaging. This is enough on its own because it stacks up very quickly. What I really want is utility. I need utility. Let's reroll. So this is the same thing as the other one that I had, except for this one's for blocking. This one, I could just throw a die in here and I get 1 power. I'm just gonna take 1. I'm not gonna use any of these. So we'll get our ritual, which is just, it's an artifact. So We can make it so we can add 1 charge to our spells. We can get energized dice, which increases the spell's damage or block by 4. And we can use this ritual every 2 turns. And we target a die. Or we can add +3 value to all of our dice. Now, thinking if I want any of these. Let's reroll. Ooh, okay, this is the one I really wanted. Either of these two are great. So this one's just going to make it so that every time I use it, I can choose one of my spells here that have something like this, and it'll immediately reduce its cooldown. But since I don't have any other ones besides that, and it's a waste, I'm going to go with this one. It's going to make it so every time I use it, my spell does 5 extra damage for the rest of the battle. I'm going to go up here, and you're going to see, right here on the left side, it's going to show, right here, 2 more turns, I can use this and increase the damage of my Icicle Blade. I'll go ahead and hit that. We're going to want to Glaciate here. Not good. So these guys have a thing that every time you use an ability, they get weakened, or a spell every time they get weakened. Because they have pretty high damage off the start, so... and then we're gonna just hit you with another Ice Blade. And we just got our 12th die, so we are going to... we'll just toss it in there so that we have that for next round. Excellent. Go ahead and gain 6 block. Go ahead and Glaciate. And then let's start firing off hits. Actually, you know what? We're gonna do that, and then we'll fire off another hit. So, tank this, tank that. Next round, bam! I can use this. Now, I just hit cast, throw it on my Icicle Blade. Boom! Now it deals 13 damage permanently, extra. And now every time I use it, I'm going to deal a little extra damage. We're just going to throw that at him. Reroll this. A 5. Smack him. Smack him. Tether Azure. Glaciate. And end turn. Boom. Okay, we get a potion that gives us Hailstorm, where we roll 1 die. That's pretty good. We are at max. I don't care about that potion. 3 block, roll 2 dice when it's depleted. I don't like this type of thing. I don't like it decreasing damage. Okay, this is one of them right there. We're gonna take this. So what this does is you gain rain. And what that does is it makes it so that every turn, for 3 turns, whatever amount of rain you have left, it reduces this countdown spell by that amount. And you can upgrade it so that you always have at least 1. So I can constantly be doing that. So I'm actually going to get rid of Depths of Power, because as you've kind of seen, I haven't really been using it that much. I'm going to put Rainfall in. Now, if you upgrade it, you can change it so it's not just a 5. You can literally put any amount there. And we're going to fight an elite, so we can immediately do that. Ooh, this guy's a little scary. So he uses Malediction that makes it so that every single time he attacks, he gains 1 Malediction, and that will make it so that he'll, like, let's say he attacks with 20, he'll also deal an extra 1 damage, and then the next turn, if he attacks with 10, he'll do 3 damage, and then 6 damage, and it just goes on and on. At least I think that's how it is. I know it's at least it increases damage every time, which is a little scary. We're gonna reroll you. Ooh. We need... you know what? No, we're good. Ooh, okay, that's good. I want to have 1 Foresight, that's good. Icicle Blade. Icicle Blade. Start pumping out them deeps. As you can see here, he's going to do 13 damage, plus the 1 from his Malediction. And he's going to curse me next turn, which makes it so all of my dice lose 1 value after I roll them. We have Rainfall, so we're absolutely going to run that. Glaciate, because we don't want to take a bunch of damage. Do that. And then... boom. Okay. We're going to end our turn. We'll block everything that he's going to hit us with. And as you'll see here, at the beginning of the turn, I immediately get to use an Icicle Blade. Boom! Once again, I want to do that. Get a little bit of that in there. Before we do anything, increase the damage we do. And perfect, we got another die, so I can hold on to that until next turn. I should have re-rolled it, and oh well. So it's not super necessary for me to have this, but it will really help me in certain circumstances where I get really unlucky. Once again, do that. Throw a 3 in there. Reroll our 1. Cool. Reroll our other one. Cool. Appreciate. Get our Icicle Blade. Throw out the Tether Azure in there. Boom. So as you can see, I'm very, very quickly getting out of hand here. My build is starting to get very strong very quickly. Now, I can make this even stronger if I can get the correct artifact. I don't care about Fury. Fortify just makes it so that I gain 1 block right off the start every single time. I don't like using these unrestorable because what it does, it makes it so that after you've used it, that's it, it doesn't recharge. None of these really look too appetizing, so we'll just throw this out, whatever. Split random dice in 2. Shard. We'll go with the shard. And now, what was the one I wanted to upgrade? Ooh, Rainfall, Rainfall, Rainfall. So, this makes it so I can slap any die in here, and it will work. I need a die that's not a 5. There is another artifact that you can get that makes it so that if you roll a 6, it rolls it down to a 5, which can be really useful because, as you can see here, none of my things really want to use a 6. This one can use a 6, and this one can too, but I could easily swap this out for something else. For now, though, we'll move on, fight this guy. From this point on, I'm not going to be explaining quite as much, just so that you guys can see what I do here. Cool, we start right out with a Rainfall. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Reroll you. Cool. Throw that. That. Hold on to that. And we'll... we're going to kill the guy in the back because he's going to debuff us over and over again. And I don't like that. I take a little bit of damage here at the start. That's okay. Sap makes it so that we lose... we get 2 less block this turn per spell cast, which is not great, but it is what it is. Start pumping out the deeps now. Hang on to that for next turn. Ooh. That's that on you, and then so obviously I want to use these Vex dice as late as I can. Little Icicle Blade, you. Hit that with a Rainfall again, and then we'll just... Ooh. Just like that. Fluctuate. Fluctuate. Fluctuate? Okay. We can just use this next turn. Okay. Nice little Icicle Blade. And we'll just finish him off. Ooh. So, yeah, we're going to be steamrolling for a while here. Remove all negative status effects. That's pretty good. I don't care too much about this Hailstorm, I'm going to be honest. None of these are super appealing. None of these are super appealing either. I'll take that just because I can. And we'll skip. And yeah, let's hit a shop. We haven't done a shop. Or if we have, we haven't in a while. On 6 roll, deal 3 damage to all enemies, cast 10 spells, gain 1 hailstorm, or deplete the rightmost spell and gain 3 block per charge removed. This can actually be really useful because there are spells that say that, you know, once you've depleted it, you gain X effect. But I'm not going to worry about it. Wow, there's really nothing in this shop that I care about. Yeah, there's just really nothing in the shop I super care about. I guess I'll get rid of that, and I'll get myself a iron skin potion, and yeah. You can also sell spells, which I probably should do. I have a bunch of spells I don't care about. See, oh, right here, perfect. This is a perfect example. So actually, maybe I do take that. Could I find a use for this? Is it every turn? End of each turn? Oh my god. Yep. Yep. Okay. And we'll gain block for it too, so I'm perfectly okay with that. So I'm pretty much just going to ignore this completely, because there's no reason for me to even bother. Cool, we start right out with Rainfall again. Awesome. Get that. Start out with an Icicle Blade, take out the ad, because I don't want to deal with this guy. And we'll call it good. So every single turn, we're going to gain 1 attack damage too, which is pretty sweet. Repair you. Oh, even better. This just means I have to put a die in there to repair it. Do that. Start dropping them on him. Oh, why didn't I hit the guy in the back? I'm an idiot. That's okay. Kill the ad, go back. Oh, sorry, I gotta stretch. The way I have my microphone set up is I have to lean really far forward to talk into it, which is not good for your back. Really not good for your back. Slap another Rainfall on there, slap another Glaciate on there, Channel Azure, hit you with that. Schmack ya. Alright. Boom. We'll spend that to roll that. Icicle Blade. Icicle Blade. Glaciate. Reroll. Maybe I can get a 4. Perfect. And we got a Rainfall back up, so of course... no, we're not going to do that because there's no reason. Because, boom. Yeah, it's pretty sweet that I pretty much get to use a free cast of my Icicle Blade every single time. No, nothing good there. I'm kind of at a point where it's pretty much going to be that I don't really have any need or want for any of these other ones. I'm going to throw that away for this because splitting die can be really good. Especially if I still manage to get the other build I wanted to get. Okay, Channel Azure, perfect. Glaciate, and that should take care of pretty much all the damage I'm going to take this turn. Actually, it will once I activate that. Cool. Acro Rainfall, Icicle Blade, bang! Enter. Oh. Really wanted a 5. Throw that in there. Reroll, you could give us... Okay, that works. And then... Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm hitting all the... My office is set up inside of, essentially my little storage room here in my apartment. And, I have all kinds of stuff on the floor, so if you hear me kicking stuff around, I am sorry. Let's see here. So we want to keep our rainfall going. Cast that on our icicle blade. Dishing out the deeps. Boom. And then, ooh, I didn't think of the fact that I kind of need shielding, huh? Foresight's gonna be better anyways for right now. Boom. I'll just kill him off. Cool. So they have thorns, so every time I hit them, they're just gonna take 3 damage, but I can do something like that and something like that and not have to worry about it. I'll reroll that. Cool. Higher number better. Bang! And then reroll. Sure, we'll toss that in there. And no point worrying about our rainfall because we are just gonna clap this dude into oblivion. So this one's really good if you get that the artifact I was talking about that reduces your 6s down to a 1. I really like this, but obviously that's not something I have right now, so I'm not gonna worry about it. None of these are really good. Sanctuary. This time we are gonna go for the 25 health because I would like to finish this run. So, this is our next boss here. It's a Hydra. And as you know, Hydras, you slay 1 head, 2 more take its place. Every time I kill a Hydra head, though, it deals 200 damage to the body. Once the body's dead, everything else dies. So, that's what we're aiming to do here. Get our Rainfall. Get our Channel Azure. Boom! Boom! All the heads. There's 3 different types of heads. The red, blue, and green. Green, kind of mixed, I guess. I don't know. Red hits really hard. Blue debuffs. Bang! But eventually, we're going to get so strong that it's not going to matter. Oh, and the body will usually empower one of the heads. But we should be perfectly fine. So we're gonna beat it probably the next turn. Actually, it might be this turn. Reroll. Reroll. Cool. Glaciate. Channel Azure. And we want to keep our rainfall going. Now I'm going to beat this. I'll take 200 damage. It's going to spawn 2 heads. Ooh, 2 red Hydra heads. That's not good. Yeah, as you can see, they hit really hard. So I'm going to use that. I'm also going to split this 6 in half. Not what I wanted it to do. Okay. Block all that. Once again, get our opportunity to get our free attack off. Boom. There we go. Thank you for separating. Well, Glaciate, Channel Azure, reroll, Rainfall, Icicle Blade, boom. Boom. There's no, like, elemental affinity or anything. I don't do more damage because I'm ice or anything like that. It's just, you know. Okay, that. And now we're going to be doing some truly insane damage. Reroll, please. I can absolutely deal with that. Because now I can just kill that head off. It's going to damage me. We'll use that. Oh, no, we won't use that. Can you give me a 4? Can you give me a 4? Okay. Roundabout way to do it, but sure. So we can almost kill a head off in one hit. Like halfway to it. Okay. And we're just going to kill this head off. Bye. Alright. Let's get our combat rewards. I didn't even take damage. Well. Can I get my artifact? This one's not bad. It gives you an extra die and you just vex one of your things. Enemies gain 1 power. Oh. I don't really care about that. Sure. Having more dice is like having more energy in Slay the Spire. It's really, really, really strong. Okay, so we're gonna get a second ritual here, artifact, whatever. Would like to tackle one of those. What can I use on this? Ooh. Yup. We're gonna be scaling so hard. We have quite a lot of gold. Let's go to a shop. Okay, rainfall will just, whoa, buddy. Oh, that's right, Doi. So these bosses, this one will use a spell that will make it so that any damage that I deal to one of its teammates here, a specific one, it chooses one, the first time I do it will reflect back at me. So usually what I do is I kill 2 of them and then kill this thing and then kill the last one. Because it'll just do this every single time. Start our rainfall, get our glaciate going, channel azure. And then we are just going to start pumping out some damage. So we'll take a little damage this time. Oh no, we won't, that's right. Ah, yeah! Okay, isolate again. Boom! Isolate 1 roll. Cool. And I guess we'll just throw this in here. And that's... yeah, okay. So it would be better for me to throw this in there. Okay. Boom. Bang! Why are they gaining... weird. Can't hit that. I really don't want to get that reflected back at me and take damage, so we're not going to do that. That's fine. Keep our rainfall going. Please. Thank you. Just like that. Reroll. Sure. And we'll end our turn. Cool, so we can slash 2 of these guys right off the list right now. Boom. 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 Okay, and kill that. I don't want to attack this turn because I don't want to take unnecessary damage, so we're not going to. Ooh, yeah, I don't want to. No. Oh, I naturally depleted it on its own. I'm not even gonna bother using the spell, no point. Bang! No, none of those are really all that good either. No, none of those are good either. We'll just grab that. Move on. Move on. Ooh. That could be good. 3 value to all die. I don't really want that because I don't always want the highest die. We'll do that. We'll go here. We can see if we can find another artifact here. Okay. It'll let us do a little extra damage. We'll grab that, and this lets it so that our first damage taken every round, we will lock one hit. Ooh, this could be really good now. And we'll do that. So it is almost certain. Oh, we're not going to get any more elites. That sucks. It is almost certain that we are going to win this. Excuse me. These ones are very annoying because every time you cast a spell, they gain 1 power, or excuse me, 1 fury. Channel Azure. Q. I shouldn't have put that in there, but that's okay. So we're going to take some damage this turn, but that's okay. Actually, no, we won't, because we'll dodge that hit. He's just going to throw a guard onto these. What that does is it just redirects any of the damage I do to them. Boom! Glaciate. Channel Azure. And now we can cast this here, and I'll make it so this spell deals an extra 4 damage when we use it. Not permanently, just temporarily. So now we've done ourselves a huge favor, and we have reduced their damage quite a lot. I am not going to reroll that again, because I'm just going to make them stronger if I do. This thing never attacks until everything else is dead, so I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, who cares? I'll just start unloading on the thing on the back. Boom. No more guarding, buddy. I'll just do that. I'm not going to cast any more spells. Again, I don't want to make them stronger. Take this one out because it's starting to gain power, which I really don't like. And end it. Cool, baby. Yeah, sorry I'm not as high energy. If you couldn't guess, it's very late at night right now, and I don't want to wake my girlfriend up and end up, you know, single. It's still Valentine's Day for 12 more minutes, so... reroll. I'm not going to use that anyways. This is going to be better. Because even at the final boss, it could be problems. Oh, I will get an elite battery. Okay. So I might be able to unlock another slot here. Though I might die either. I don't know. Throw our die out. Boom. We get to cast our first Icicle Blade right off the start. That way that we take no damage whatsoever. Boom! So this guy's thing is that he has Depleting Presence. All spells only restore 1 charge per turn, which is a little rough. So as you can see here, my Overchill only went up by 1, which kind of is good. But my icicle blade only went up by 1 too, which is not great. So we're just gonna be pumping out as much deeps as we can get. There was no need for me to do that, whatever. I want to get a rainfall going again. Unfortunately, we're just gonna kind of immediately cast our icicle blade right off the start. And then end turn. Thankfully, the fact that we scale really hard and we have this here will mean that we will have a much easier time of damaging them. Get our rainfall going again. Good enough. Bam! Big damage. So we'll never actually get to use this, which kind of sucks. That's okay. I mean, we technically could, but... And turn. Bang. Rainfall, Channel Azure. Reroll. 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 I don't know why I just rerolled there. There was no point to me really. Okay, and that's it for this guy. Bye. Bye-bye, Chaos Angel. Bye-bye. Say bye. Bye-bye. Some gold. Ooh, this makes it so you cast your next spell twice. This is pretty good. It's going to be better than having 2 die. So obviously this glow, by the way, denotes, you know, its rarity. Nothing is good. Ooh, there's one of the things I like. The problem is that it doesn't synergize very well because of the fact that my rain is already going to make it so that they get depleted anyways. Do I have anything that I could add in that would... Yeah, I could add that in, but that wouldn't help me any. I could add in the mental reservoir. What would I place there instead? Use everything that I have here. Yeah, we'll just go with the shard. Okay, so finally we can use this to give us more block, or we can use Channel Azure more. Now, granted, Glaciate works pretty well, but we're going to want to have more ability to block more. More ability to block more. Okay. I don't know what I said when I couldn't get any more elites. I cannot afford a shard. Stellar Ward, these void things are supposed to be good. I don't know, man. I don't ever see a good purpose for them. They're void spells that don't align to any class, and they're supposed to be like, I don't know. This thing is a pain in the anal crevice. Every time you hit it, it will make one of my spells unstable, and if I use that spell, I will spawn an instability. And I will explain what that does in just a second. No, I want to reroll this. Cute. Now, the reason why I want to do this is because I would like... Well, or cool. Or excuse me, the next round it's going to inflict me 3 of my spells with instability. There we go, right there, as you see. Bang! So instability spawns, and what it does is it gives it 2 power, and it will also self-destruct in a few turns. Energized dice. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Bang! I don't really care about... I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm more interested in just stacking up my damage. Alright, so the next turn, they're gonna explode. So I kind of want to get rid of them now. I don't know why I re-rolled that. I'm going to use Rainfall anyways. There we go. Beat you. Bam. We'll block all but 1 damage. I don't care about Fluctuate. Just start unloading on this guy. Energize some dice. Doesn't really matter which one I energize. Boom. 2. Channel Azure. Channel Azure. And finally... you know what? I'm not going to do that. I don't need to. Ooh, so it'll immediately delete any 1 dice that we get. That's what this means right here. But that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Because we can just beat him this turn. Hi! Any good spells? See, this isn't bad. If I could have this as an extra spell. Am I, like, if I could put it here and move this over? That wouldn't be bad. Because having the ability to get more dice isn't bad at all. But I think what I'm going to do instead is actually skip that because I kind of want the shard. So I kind of want to unlock this and then pop this in there and put that over there. Okay, our last event. So helpful. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, we're at Sanctuary, and we'll just increase our health. Might as well. Okay, final boss. Final boss. Okay, so this guy has a lot of similarities to the Slay the Spire boss. You only take a maximum of 200 damage per turn. After you do 200 damage, he will transition into a new phase. Yeah, that's really all there is to know about it. He's going to cast Broken on one of my spells here. Not a huge deal. Don't really care. Let's get our Rainfall going. We're not going to cast any of those yet. We're also not going to make our Spell Echo yet. Glaciate. Channel Azure. Channel Azure. And finally, Icicle Blade so we can get our damage rolling. So every turn our spells get 3 more damage, plus every time we cast it, it gains 3 more damage. And as you saw there, it counted down because of my Rainfall. Doesn't really matter what I use. And now I could just drop additional dice into there. Boom. That go in. repair that. And repair that. Keep our rainfall up. Glaciate for next turn. And Icicle Blade. And, oh, and one more Icicle Blade. Cool. Ooh. Okay, so we are at a point. What does this do again? Oh, yeah, okay. For each 3 attacks, I deal 10 damage. Okay. Mental Reservoir. The unfortunate thing is that since our Mental Reservoir is blocked at the beginning of the turn, Rainfall doesn't work on it. But that's okay. Cast. You. Can I reroll and get... Yes, I can. There we go. Take no damage this turn. And I don't need to worry too much about doing our Fluctuate. Ooh. Maybe I do. Oh my god. Okay. And there you go. As you see, it is now invulnerable. And next turn, it's going to move on to the next phase, which I believe is fire? I believe it's fire. Wow. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Well, keep our rainfall going. Oh, it will still increase the damage. That's right, even if I don't deal damage. Ooh. What do the damage here? Okay, so now I can really lay the smackdown on this guy. Apply 3 marked. Spell Echo. And I'm not going to worry about that right now. Ooh. Big damage. Almost skipped the whole phase in 1 hit. But I will right now. Ooh, on to the next phase already. Yeah, real fun. You guys got to see a lot of it. Uh-huh. Okay, cool. Glaciate. Channel Nasher. And this round, assuming we're good, I will get to have 5 extra dice. And it's over. And that's the end right there. Okay. Well, might as well, right? Get him with a sweet 49. Get him with a sweet 59. And we're good. And that is SpellRogue, guys. Yeah, really fun game. You level up. There's challenges that get you extra abilities and stuff. I don't know what reroll a draft 10 times means. I don't know what that means. But yeah, and then here's a summary of everything. We got 7 shards, 539 gold, final battle, beat Arcanax. Okay. All of our artifacts, our spells, all the good stuff. And do we unlock anything? We do. We get some new spells. Right here. Spirit Arrows. Cool. That's for Hazel there. And Spell Echo. Oh. That's pretty cool. I didn't know you could get that. So, alright guys, well, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below if you have any videos, any games or any recommendations or anything like that. And check out SpellRogue. This is not sponsored. I'm not sponsored by the devs. I just saw it on Steam, bought it, and really enjoyed it. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Take care.